Hello and welcome to episode 4 of my Manchester United career mode, and this is Gaming Sports 17 here, and we're going to start off seeing that De Gea has a huge injury out for 4 months with a lateral collateral ligament. I don't know what that is, but he's hurt. And here we see that Neymar has accepted the contract, so as we get bad news, we also get good news here. But because Neymar's a great player, and it's great that we have got him, and we see that our scout is ready to scout players, and Neymar's here, which is great. He'll be ready for our first game. But since De Gea got injured, I was looking for a backup keeper, and I saw this guy who was cheap, and I saw I could get him really cheap, so I was hoping I could pick him up just so he could have another guy after Lindegaard, just in case he gets hurt or something. And so yeah, we are advancing now to see what happens. And when we were trying to get Kurt Zouma last time, they said yes to the contract. So we tried to sign him to a 4-year deal with 15,000, and he's a squad rotation player. So yeah, and hopefully he accepts that, and he's on our team because he's a good young player. And yet again, we're advancing to see what happens, and we get a loan offer for Joshua King, and I accept that because he's not really needed right now. He can go do better somewhere else. And we also get one for Michael Keane, who we don't really need right now, so he hopes he goes off and gets better. Okay, and then now we're just saying that those guys get loaned. And yeah, and we see that Manchester City are trying to target big players, which is bad news for us because they're our rivals and they're big competition for us. But yeah, so we see that Juventus said no to that deal because it was too little, even though my advisor guy said it would be okay between that price range, but I guess not. So we upped it to just $585,000. So yeah, um, then yeah, so now we're gonna advance again to continue this, and I don't think we won't have the first game in this. Oh, we do see Kurt Zouma has accepted the contract here, but in this episode we will not see the first game of the season. That will be in the next episode. And yeah, so we're advancing again. And we see that Juventus said no, only for 675,000. That will they accept it, and so I give that to them, submit the offer, and hoping that they accept that finally. But yeah, now we advance again. Um, we see that we play Southampton on the 14th, the first game of the season. So yeah, we hope that we do really good this season, as they project us to finish second. And we see that Smalling came back from his injury, and we get a deal for Landergaard, but I didn't accept it because it's against Southampton. We have a game against Southampton in a couple of days, and I don't know if I can sign another keeper within that range, so I decided just no. And I didn't get a message back from Juventus for Mbaye, so I just decided to submit another one. And so yeah, we advance again, and we see that we have a deal for Scott Wooden, and we don't really need him since we have a lot of center backs now. So I just accepted this deal after thinking about it a couple times, and then I just let him go off somewhere else. And hopefully he accepts and leaves our club. Okay, so now we are advancing again, getting closer and closer to the first day of the season. We see that our scout is ready to scout players, and we see that we did sell that guy, and we get a loan offer for Frederico Machada, and I accept this because he had like $20,000 in wage, and I thought they could pay that and he could get better. And so yeah, then we see that the Mbaye deal was successful, so we go through with him, and so yeah, and now we see that they did accept the contract offer for him, and so now we're just going through with the contract offer, 1 year, 35,000. But I think about it, and then I'm waiting here, and I'm like, okay, be a squad rotation player, and I submit that offer. Okay, so now we are going to see another loan offer for Bebe, who we also don't need right now, so I just accept that. And then We see that we did loan him, so he's out, and we as you see, we have lots of players on loan, so our squad depth right now is not very deep, and we get closer to that first day of games, and we're getting really excited. And here we see that we have another loan offer. Our squad depth is moving even lower and lower, but we keep on increasing our wage money, which is good because I think we need more wage money, and those players wouldn't really play that much. And here we're signing another scout to get, and yeah, that's the end of this episode right here. Expect the first game next episode, but against Southampton. Subscribe and like. Peace.